Hunting in the summer can be miserable. Those long, hot summer days. I mean, Chad and I don't want to be doing the work that we have to do at the ranch out in the heat of the day, in the sun, and sweating our butts off. Look, the animals are the same way. But as you're about to see, hog hunting in Texas is year-round, and if you're willing to lose a little sleep and hunt under the kill lights late at night, you can have a lot of success.
Mint condition, lights out, stomping all competition. My utmost to his highest, it gets no flyer. We set the mainframe on fire. Cold red for the lead from the pedal. I push to the metal, the dust never settles. F5 level, kick up the bass and the treble. Cause faith, that's a rebel. I can show you the devil. I blaze a trail like the rays from tail light sound, shaking the ground like earthquakes and hail might. Someday I'll die, but not tonight. Excuse me while I light up the sky. Feel the ground shake.
You know, these months of June, July, August, and even into September, it's so stinking hot. You just don't want to do anything. I mean, yeah, no matter what, we have to do some work, but we're doing that, you know, quickly if we can so we don't burn up. I mean, the animals are the same way. They weren't coming out till early morning and real late, and through the middle of the night, they're going to the feed stations. We have all these whitetail setups we're managing for, you know, whitetails and big bucks. You know, Chad and I started realizing, especially from pulling the cards, we started putting it together, realizing that these hogs were really affecting our whitetail setups and our feed stations that were for the deer. I mean, they're tearing up the area, they're leaving their scent everywhere, and then the whitetails are scared to come in, or we've literally watched the hogs just push the deer out and come in and just take it over. Feeder light really came from frustrations with the hogs and how to shoot them at night. I mean, the hogs are coming out late at night, they're tearing up our setups, causing so much damage to the property that we're on, as well as breeding out of control. I mean, just reproducing so quickly, it really did become a problem. We had to figure out a way to at least try to impact that and, you know, at least make a dent. And that's where the kill lights, the feeder lights, and the lights on the bows came from, and the rifles. I mean, we trapped some hogs and all that, but being able to really do some damage, you have to have the kill lights, man.
These situations make me feel so cold. It's like I've been replaced by someone I don't know. I can say the words until I've said all I can say.
Thinking back, the first setups that Chad and I had that were kill light setups, man, it was so exciting to hunt. You know, we were able to get away with quite a lot, and we were really fooling these animals, let me tell you. You know, having the green kill light feeder light on them, these hogs, they just didn't know that we were there. You know, they're focused on the food and the lights on them, especially if they become acclimated to it at all, and we gave it a little time before we hunted it. Man, we were really having a lot of success with that. Man, that's a big hog right there. I can't believe all these hogs here. Man, this will be my first shot on the kill light. Under the kill light. The one in the middle, the big one. The big black one, yeah. Yeah. There we go. Just low. Okay. The one directly under the feeder. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm gonna take that brown one right there, quartering away. He's down. He's down right there. You know, we weren't sure how well this was going to work, and we were very excited, to say the least, when we realized how well it worked. We were shooting not just one, not just two, in some cases 4 or more hogs in a setup, at one setup. Golly, that's unbelievable. That was one of the most exciting hunts I've ever had. My first kills underneath the kill light, and the first time me using the XLR 100 that we came out with. That's incredible, man. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. I can't wait to get back and show some of the guys in camp and for us to watch the footage of this. 4 hogs from one setup. The kill light was in full effect that night, and it was fooling them. The hogs just kept coming back. I'd bust one, another one would linger around, bust another one. After a little while, they just kept wanting to come back to the corn. I know the footage was a little grainy. You can see the kill light on film, but not as good as you can now. But hey, the system worked then. It works as good and better now. I mean, we were totally fooling them. I mean, what an unbelievable hunt. 4 hogs in one sit. That's when we knew that the system doesn't just work, it works extremely well. You know, Chad and I started filming our own hunts about 11 years ago. Back then, you know, we were getting footage under the kill light, and man, hey, it was grainy. I mean, you know, you could see the kills a little bit, but it was tough. You know, we realized we needed more light, because at first we were trying to be stealthy. We didn't want to spook the hogs, so we were worried about, you know, too much light's going to spook them. And then we realized that they weren't getting spooked. And so we started realizing we could get away with more and more. We started making the kill lights brighter, and, you know, making the kill lights on the bows and the weapons brighter. And it wasn't spooking the game, and we were getting away with a lot, and we were getting better and better footage. So it's been a world of difference since when we first started filming.
love it when they drop like that right underneath the feeder. That's great. No blood trailing required. Gotta like that. Man, that's a good sow. Yeah, she's down. Oh man, that is a good sow. I tell you what, it's deceiving. I really had no idea that she was this big. This is a pretty good sized sow. Look at that. Big old burly hair. This thing's a hairy sucker. And we might get another one or two before the night's over, so let's get back at it. Go get the Ranger, we'll load her up. Man, that's a good sow right there, perfect.
You can't mess with soldiers, no cell big enough to hold us. Came to be a wrecking ball to these boulders. Know this, I ain't scared of these cobras. Over time they tried to just fold us. They thought they could mess with this focus, but there's no room for these focus. No one knows the walls that we've climbed, the knots we've untied, the shots that we fired.
Oh man, that looked like a good shot. I think I made a good shot. I tried to get a little far back, so it was quartering, so I didn't want to get too far forward. I don't like it when the arrow doesn't go through. Man, it's hard, there's not going to be much blood.
And this water's making us stronger. No one knows the walls that we've climbed, the knots we've untied, the shots that we fired. Follow me down to the river, hey. Follow me out of the woods. Follow me in to wash away my sins. If you up here is no good.
Hey, Chad made a great shot on this hog, man. He slammed this hog. You want to talk about more light? I mean, the extreme bright and green lit him up, and then the blindsider also. Kyle and Chad are going to go ahead and get to another kill light spot before the feeder goes off so they can have an opportunity there as well.
Just like the wind, you blew right through me tonight. It makes me wonder how I missed you before. I got a bad case, I'm turning it up, it's getting cold in here.
Yes, he's down. Hear him go down right over there. Man, that was a good sized hog. This raccoon was sitting over here earlier. He was nervous. He kept looking back behind us. Oh man, something's over there. We're about to give up. And all of a sudden, man, that thing walked out. That is a good hog. That was worth the hunt. That's the kind of hog you only see at night. Man, that's awesome. There's some good blood right there. He's not gonna be too far. Hey, right here. Man, this is a nice one. I knew this was a good hog when he came in. Man, that raccoon was acting really nervous. We kept hearing something and we heard some ears flap, and I thought, man, I bet that's a big old boar just waiting to come in, and sure enough, it was. That's what it's all about right here. Big hogs at night under the kill light.
As you can see, we've come a long way in a few short years from the cameras that we were using to the lighting systems. They just keep getting better and better. We're improving on those always. And I can tell you this, from where we're sitting right now, the future, it's looking pretty dang bright.
Everything I know, the wheels keep burning. I'm about ready to run.
You know, one of the greatest pieces of technology that's ever came out in recent years that has literally altered the way we hunt are scouting cameras. I'm so thankful for scouting cameras. And here's what they've done. They've made us better hunters. They've made us more patient hunters. When you check those cards and you're able to actually know what you have on your property, I've learned in my own life, it helps me sit longer. It helps me pass younger animals that may be even great animals. But when I know what's there, it helps me be more patient and it helps me hunt different and hunt better. That knowledge changes everything. You know what the Bible has to say about the way that we live? The Bible says in Romans chapter 8 and verse 28 that we know that all things work together for the good of those that love God, to them that are called according to His purpose. And when I read that, here's what it tells me. I can actually live my life different because of something that I know. It makes me a more patient person, knowing that even if I'm living in a present circumstance that I don't really understand right now, I can know that all of it is coming together and working together for my good, that God really does love us, that He cares for us, that He really is working a plan that maybe we don't see all of it right now, but one day we're going to realize that He was doing it for our benefit and for our good. That knowledge changes everything about the way we live. It helps us be more patient in life and can help us live a more meaningful existence. And I pray that if you don't know Jesus, that you would give Him a second chance. If you're not a follower of Christ, find a local church in your area and go and give God a second chance in your life. You'll be glad that you did. If you'd like to know more about a personal relationship with God through His Son, Jesus Christ, just go to elusivewildlife.com and click on the Moment of Truth tab.
Me like those words you throw, console me when you want control.